at the end of this process, you're gonna wake up to yourself, your art, and your brand. You're gonna figure out who you really are and how you want to express yourself. How to find your voice as a writer or an artist? It's a very important question. We're gonna dive into this today. But first, hi, welcome to my channel. I talk about screenwriting, writing, being an artist, being a filmmaker. I talk about my own experience in Hollywood. And I just want to help you chase your dreams and go after your dreams so you don't regret anything. Today I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide to finding your unique voice as a writer or an artist. Mainly the guide is for writers, so whatever I'm gonna talk about is more about writing, but you can change it to whatever art form you're working it, whatever line of work you're doing. So it's going to take you, well, I want to say 3 weeks. But you can also make it 3 days, but I feel like 3 weeks is so much better. That's how I would prefer it. But it's gonna take 3 steps to find out your unique voice. It's not an easy process, okay? It takes years and years of work, but I'm gonna make sure I help you guys make it into 3 weeks. And, figure out your unique voice, see what you like writing about or making in terms of art, but you don't just get up one day and know your voice and style. So the 3-day approach wouldn't really work, but if you want to do it, do you. I also want to say that I wrote around 25-30 full-length movie, TV show or audio drama series scripts before anybody gave about my writing. So don't give up, okay? Keep writing, keep creating art, keep doing whatever you like. I've been watching this girl create her dream life as an artist. Her channel is called Uncomfy. You can, check her out. Make sure you follow people that are here to encourage you, here to show you that it is possible. If they did it, you can do it too. You can be a writer if you want to be. You can be an artist if you want to be. You can be a screenwriter. You can be anything. So I've been writing for 5 years professionally, and before that I've been writing since the beginning of time, more like beginning of my time. And since 2021, finally my career started to take off. I was able to make a living out of writing. I was able to sell some scripts. My projects got made. Bonnie Screws Up, if you don't know, it's an audio drama series. I finally started to gain back everything that I invested into this career choice, because before that I actually studied engineering. So yeah, let's start with what I mean by finding your voice as an artist or as a writer, because I obviously don't mean your voice, but rather your style, tone, unique way of expression. So your unique signature is what I mean. One of my screenwriting mentors used to say, if someone crossed out all the character names out of your screenplay, the reader is going through all the dialogues. They should be able to determine who's saying what. That's how unique these characters and how powerful your characters should be. That's what I mean by voice. So if someone didn't know who wrote a piece of article, a piece of whatever, book, script, movie, TV show, just by reading this piece of writing or looking at the art, they should be able to say, oh, that's her work or his work. So you should have this unique style, unique look, unique way of writing, unique way of expressing yourself, and become a brand of a writer or of an artist. Let's get to 3 steps to finding your voice. Each step should be done every single day for an entire week. And at the end of this process, you're gonna wake up to yourself, your art, and your brand. You're gonna figure out who you really are and how you want to express yourself. Okay, so let's begin. Step 1. I want you to set at least 1-2 hours every single day. If you don't have that much time, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, but 1 to 2 hours, preferably 4 or 5 hours if you really are serious about this work, but whatever works for you. Make it as long as you can, but stick to it. Literally put on a timer. If you want to do Pomodoro technique, do it 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. If you want to do 30 minutes on, 10 minutes off, whatever works for you. Or if you want to do 1 hour in, 20-30 minutes off, just do whatever you want to. Every single day I want you to find a prompt. It's so easy. Literally find whatever you can on Google, Instagram it, YouTube it. For day 1, choose a prompt that really got you, like you really liked. And you want to write about it, you feel like you have a lot to say about it. Slowly, day 3 and day 4, choose the prompts that make you ick, like oh no, I don't know what to write about this. Oh, I can't write about this. Oh, it's like it's about religion and you're not religious and you actually hate religion. I don't know. Okay, I'm just giving an example. We're like, no, I can't write about religion. Well, write about it. See what you come up with. See what you can write about it. Choose those prompts for day 3 and day 4, day 5, 6, 7, whatever. First, start with prompts you like. End it on prompts that you don't like. Okay, research is always free. Writers and artists are great researchers. Use that tool for yourself and do it. At the end of day 7, at the end of writing 7 pieces of article, story, script, making a sculpture, drawing something, whatever it is you're doing, you'll have an idea of what makes you passionate and what makes you ick. Honestly, sometimes a topic, a prompt that made us ick at the beginning might turn out to be our greatest strength or greatest passion. So this is what we're gonna explore in the first week: our voice, what we like writing about, what's your passion, how do you approach that passion, or how do you approach to some topic that you think you hate or you don't know what to write about. Because let's be honest, as artists, as writers, we may be given a story or something to work on that we don't like, but we kind of have to do it, you know? So let's explore how you approach something you don't like, how you approach something you like, and if there's anything common about it or anything interesting about it, okay? So for example, I hate horror films. They make me scared. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about them. I keep like my imagination, it goes crazy, it goes wild, it tries to scare me. But I have pretty cool horror movie ideas and I sometimes write them and then I realize like, damn, I should be a horror writer. But I'm not specifically a horror writer. I'm a fantasy, sci-fi, drama, thriller, romance type of writer. But I've written all genres, even if I hated them, crime, whatever. Even if I didn't like a genre, I still wrote about it because I have to figure out how to write something that I don't like, how to work on something that I don't like, and try to love it, try to just explore what I'm about. Maybe I'm good at that, who knows? Like if I didn't try, how am I gonna know? Maybe it becomes my passion at some point in life. I hate it when people try to put you in a box, and this happens in Hollywood a lot. You become a specific genre writer. Oh, she's a drama writer, she can't write sci-fi. Oh, he's a sci-fi writer, he is not a romance writer. How do you know that? How is someone just some genre writer? So I hate that. Get out of your comfort zone. Keep your mind open. Okay, like I didn't say this was gonna be easy. I told you it takes years to find your voice as an artist, as a writer. But if you push yourself now for 3 weeks, at the end of the line, you're gonna be like, oh, I know what's up. Like during my master's degree, we wrote about every single type of thing. Like we had choice in some classes, but we didn't have choice in some other classes, and we had to explore every single thing: video game writing, podcast, web series, TV show, and every type of genre, horror, short film, whatever. And that really makes you grow as an artist. And it's almost like someone said once, I think I saw it on TikTok. She says like, push yourself out of your comfort zone now. Keep failing because then you're gonna get to success faster. If you are scared of failing, then you're just in your comfort zone and you're never gonna fail to finally succeed in the end, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just be at home. Nobody's gonna see your writing if you don't want them to see it, right? So just keep writing. And if you have trouble finding prompts, or if no prompts are really working for you, leave a comment on this video, please. I'd love to provide prompts for your writing, for your art, fiction, nonfiction, screenwriting, whatever you have, because every single day I come up with a ton of ideas. And I'd love to put it into some good use and help people along the way. Let's get to step 2. Again, do this one thing for an entire week, every single day. I want you to write what you wanted to write about for a very long time. Express things that you've been holding in, emotions, thoughts, ideas that you've been holding inside you for a very long time. Doesn't have to be for a very long time. It might be just, oh, I thought about this last week and I wrote it somewhere, but I didn't work on it, so let me work on it. Something like that, something that you choose. It's almost like journaling for every single day for an entire week, but you don't have to actually journal. If you don't want to, you can also write a story about something that happened to you and you want to process that. Or maybe you want to fictionalize something that happened to you and think about, like, create a character in your story and think about what this character is feeling. Write a short story, article, blog post, poem, make art, sculpture, digital art. Make a video if you're a filmmaker. Make a film, like a very short film, whatever. Like, you don't have to find actors, just ask people to help you out for like 10 minutes a day, or write a script because you're a filmmaker. You can write a script. Do a podcast. Just take a fucking mic. Take your phone actually and just say stuff that you want to say. Just make it. So do that every single day for 7 days. And this time you make or write what you're holding inside for too long. For example, my dad passed away last year. So if I was doing this, I'd write about how losing my dad felt like. What happened during that funeral. Maybe I'll write a story about what could have happened at the funeral. Probably write a fight scene. I have a very crazy family. No one really likes each other. It would be fun to make up some fight that didn't happen. So, just to give you an idea, but look around. There's a lot that you can do. Like look outside the window and write about this tree. Write about the bees. Like write about whatever comes to your mind, whatever you've been holding inside. Write a poem. It doesn't have to be in any style. Just write however it comes. You don't have to make it artsy. Don't feel that pressure of making it beautiful because you're gonna post. No posting. If you don't want to post, don't post. Let yourself even write or make something bad. Get it out of the way, because if you don't get that out of the way, then you're not going to do good things. This week is your time to go crazy, do crazy things, make crazy art. Let every single, I want to say shit, out of the way, but I don't mean it negatively. Like, I mean everything you've been thinking about and you didn't write about or you didn't make, just get it out of the way. Do it this week. You can even do it like a journaling exercise and you just write it out. Whatever you've been going through, you just keep a journal for 1 hour or whatever hour you established for yourself. Dear diary, this happened that day. I keep a journal and I almost write every day because I have to let those things out in order to come to a conclusion, fix problems, or just process what I'm going through or what I'm thinking. Because when I let that out, I make space for things to come in. And if you have an idea that you really want to write about and you think it can be a great book, script, movie, sculpture, digital art, whatever you're doing, I want you to shake off that feeling of this needs to be great, it needs to be perfect. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the best. Nothing is perfect on the first draft, okay? You have to be open to writing bad things or making bad art. Just get it out of the way. We're just in practicing stage right now. And let's get to step 3. Now, for the final week, I want you to focus on just one idea, one thing you want to do. And again, let go of the idea of perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect, but focus on just one idea for every single day for 7 days. And I want you to just give your all to this one single idea for every single day, however many hours or minutes you set aside, hopefully 4 to 5 hours if you're serious about this, but again, it's your choice. If you want to make this a part-time job, then 2-3 hours, 30 minutes, whatever works for you. But even when you say, oh, it's done, I wrote it, day 3, I made it, it's done, it's not done. In screenwriting, we even say 50th draft or 100th draft is not even done. We keep revising and rewriting until it's the best it can be. Most of the writers say it's never the best it can be because there's always a better version. So even when you think it's done, it's not done. Keep sitting down and working on that idea. And I don't mean you have to revise every single day. Actually, why don't you just read it or look at the sculpture and write down whatever can be better? It's almost like look at it from a critic's perspective. Think about what can be better, or write about revisions. Like we have this revision blueprint and screenwriting, and we write down what type of work each scene needs. Oh, dialogues can be better. Oh, this character does this and it doesn't make any sense. So we write down every single thing on a revision blueprint before we sit down and edit it. So it's almost like that. Write down your ideas and approach on how to make it better. Even when you think your art is done and has nothing else to improve, I want you to push yourself to find things that can improve, and do this even if you think you can't improve this on your own. Even if you think like, oh, I need this other artist. No, just write down all your revision ideas. You don't have to rewrite it if you don't want to, but every single day for 7 days, keep showing up for that single idea and try to improve it as much as you can. You can write down what you want to do with this art. You can be like, oh, I want to make this design into a book cover. Maybe you wrote a short film and you think it's perfect, no revision ideas are coming to mind. Then you can do 2 things actually. One, you can ask a friend or hire a professional screenwriter, find someone on Fiverr. By the way, I am on Fiverr, but Find someone who can read it and give you feedback. Someone professional preferred, but if you can't, a friend or family member works too for this beginning process. But I actually recommend that you don't ask a friend or family member who's never read a script before. But do you decide. And second thing you can do is take it one step ahead. So for example, if you wrote a short film, how can I expand this into a feature film? How can I make this into maybe a TV show, a web series? How can I make this into a comic book, adapt this into a little comic book? Or how can I make this into a franchise? Or how can I make this short film? Like, what do I need to make this short film? What is the budget? What are some actors I know that can play this little part in my short film? Or maybe I can sell this art on Etsy. You don't have to act on it, but I want you to really think outside the box, really push beyond your limit. So working on this one idea for an entire week is gonna make you bored. Obviously, you get bored of an idea when you push yourself to work on it for too long. But also two, it's gonna help you push yourself to think outside the box that you put yourself in. And when you push yourself out of your comfort zone or the box, you tend to find yourself. And also, what's your voice? What's your perspective? It helps you think like, how can I make this idea more interesting to myself? Which then becomes interesting to your audience, everyone else. And three, this exercise on the third week will definitely prepare you for real life and give you an idea of how it feels to be a professional writer, screenwriter, filmmaker, or whatever you want to be as an artist, because you have to do this thing every single day for the rest of your life. Even if you hate an idea, studio, production company hired you for an entire 5-10 years to work on this one idea. How are you gonna do that? You're not gonna deny the payment for 5 to 10 years because you don't like the idea. You're gonna make sure you try your absolute best to make this idea appealing to yourself, so you can appeal to the audience, appeal to the production company. You can make this work the best it can be. So yeah, you are gonna get tired of an idea, but sometimes you have to keep working on that idea. You can't just give up. Week 3 is the most important week, but week 1 and week 2 prepares us for this week. That's why at the beginning I said you can also do it in 3 days, but you won't necessarily learn the lessons of doing the same thing for an entire week or writing different prompts each day. And if you want to, which I do recommend, if you have time, do it for an entire month. So step 1, 1 month. Step 2, 1 month. Step 3, 1 month. Step 3 for 1 month would teach you so many lessons. For example, I wrote this TV show, fantasy TV show. I'm gonna write it into a book too very soon. But we had to work on it for an entire year. And then I worked on it for another 2 years. And I'm about to puke. Like every time I hear the title of that show, I'm like, ooh, it's an amazing show. It's like a great show. If it's made, it's gonna be amazing. But I'm kind of tired of it. But I have to work on it because I believe in the project. That's how being an artist, being a writer works really. So at the end of these exercises, you're gonna know your voice and style, what you like writing about, what you're good at, and what you're bad at. So that's all there is. These are my steps to finding your unique voice and style as a writer or as an artist. If this video helped you, please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, leave a comment. If you want me to join you in this challenge, join this journey with me, because I really just want to help you guys out as an artist, as a filmmaker, as a writer, screenwriter, whatever you want to be. I really just want to be so I wanted to be a teacher at something that I was passionate about. This little platform is where I guess I want to teach what I know and hopefully help you learn from my experiences, from my mistakes, from my success, from my journey. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.